Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1969 season is on the air. Today's date is August 5th, 69. We got a big game here at historic Crosley Field as the New York Mets take on the Cincinnati Reds. The Mets come into this game a record of 64 and 39. They are right now, they are still in second place in the National League East behind the Cubs, about 5 games back. The Cincinnati Reds are at 500, 51 and 51, and right now they are still in 4th place in the National League West behind the Braves, the Giants, and the Dodgers. So the Reds definitely have to get some wins here to try to get back into this. And a big win here against the Mets may be just what the doctor ordered for the Reds. So we will see what happens tonight in this rematch of a very big game we had only last week, or earlier this week, I should say. But it came up to be, in my opinion, this game was just too much to pass up with the 2 pitchers we had on the board. Jeremy Brooks and Ben Witz and Brian B. joins us here at Crosley Field. The Reds historically won this game. The Reds had 8 runs, 12 hits, and an error. The Mets had 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. And I hate to say this, Brian B., Tommy Helms is not on the roster for this game. He is not on the roster, I hate to say, so you do not get Tommy Helms. He is not on the roster for this game, according to Action PC. So you'll have to see what happens as we get to it. But, the first 6 innings, we don't do anything. So we'll have a good game, I hope, tonight between the Mets and the Reds. The Mets trying to stay ahead of the Cardinals. They're only a half game ahead of the Cardinals for second. And the Reds trying to get back above 500 and play some better baseball. But let's see what happens tonight as we have a big game of Inside Pitch. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds tonight is Gary Nolan. 8 wins, 8 losses, a 3.55 ERA. He had 83 strikeouts and 37 walks in 69. We are at Crosley Field, and it's a hitter's park. 171 home runs, -2 to strikeouts, and -1 to walks. So we will see what happens tonight as the Mets play the Reds. And we are all set and ready to go for Friday night baseball. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Mets will be the center fielder, Tommy Agee. 271 average, 26 homers, 76 RBIs. We're going to use red, white, and white dice. Reds are the home team. There is a Section 518 at Crosley Field for this game. And Section 518 has already decided to chug a few cold ones. And now let's play some baseball. 6-5, walk 6, and that's ball 4. The first thing Nolan does is walk Agee. And he will go ahead and lead off a runner, go to first. So runner on first. And the bat will be the third baseman, Bobby File. 231 average and 10 RBIs. Remember, we're now using version 4 rules. There is no double play depth. Although, believe it or not, I'm still going to utilize it. I just will go ahead and state double play depth. But I already know. But, of course, I already know depending where it's hit. And there's no more range modification. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 15. Nolan. 6-3. That is a blank. File. 6-6. And against a righty, that is a ground ball to second base. So 2-3. And since it's hit the second base, that's a 4. Okay. Let's see here. Shortstop pivot, Woodward +1. So a 1-5, it's a double play anyway, and they know it's a 6. And the throw is gets the shortstop. To second base is Ruiz, and the only play was out to first, and that is 1 out. So File will go ahead and ground out to second, but it will move Agee over. And now the infield will be back with 1 out. 1-5, and of course, you roll a 6. Next batter will be the left fielder, Cleon Jones. 340 average, 12 homers, 75 RBIs. Pretty much the best hitter on the Mets that year. Strategy, nothing on the 3. Agee will stay where he is. Nolan, 6-2, strikeout 5, and nope, that's going to just miss. Jones is a 6, but -2 makes him a 4. Jones, 1-1, and it's a base hit to left field. That'll be a single. AG, a base runner 4, single to left +1, a 1-5, he'll score. He does, and the Mets take the early lead. RBI single by Cleon Jones. And the Mets take a quick 1-0 lead here at Crosley Field. And the next batter will be the right fielder, Art Shamsky. 300 average, 14 homers, 47 RBIs in 69. Infield back to double play. Strategy, and nothing on the 7. Jones stays put. TB joins us here at Crosley Field. Nolan, 5-1 against the lefty. It's a blank. Shamsky, 6-2. That's a base hit past second. That'll be a single. Jones will get the third easily. He was fast. And now runners to the corners and 1 out. So the Mets already coming out hitting. Infield will actually go back to double play depth. And the next batter will be the second baseman, Wayne Garrett. 218 average, a homer, and 39 RBIs. Craig Scarborough joins us here at Crosley Field. Strategy roll, nothing on the 10. Shamsky stays at first, Jones on at third. Mets already up 1-0 here. Nolan will pitch. Nolan, 5-6, strikeout, 5, swing and a miss, struck him out. First strikeout for Gary Nolan, 2 down. 2 outs. And now the Mets will send up the first baseman, Ed Kranepool. 238 average, 11 homers, and 49 RBIs in 69. Strategy, nothing on the 5. Nolan, 4-5, strikeout 8. That's too high. Kranepool, 5-2, and it's a fly ball to right field, and some bum by the name of Pete will go ahead and make the catch and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, and a walk, and the Mets jumped out in front quickly, 1-0. Bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the New York Mets. Doesn't really need an introduction. Mr. Tom Seaver. 25 wins, 7 losses, a 2.21 ERA, 208 strikeouts, and 73 walks in 69. And yes, of course, one of the greatest pitchers of all time. And some people say he was the greatest. Very hard. It's you could. That's debatable, but he was pretty darn good. Leading off for the Reds will be the right fielder, Mr. Pete Rose. One of the greatest of all time. Yes. Hall of Famer. No, but should be in. 348 average, 16 homers, 82 RBIs in 69. The terrific one will pitch. 4-4, strikeout 3, swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout for Seaver. As the franchise starts the game with a K. And now the center fielder, Bobby Tolan. 305 average, 21 homers, 93 RBIs. Marlon Price and Clee baseball fans join us here at Crosley Field. Seaver, 2-3, strikeout, 13 will miss. Tolan, 6-6, and that's a ground ball to short. That'll get taken care of by Bud Harrelson, and he will throw to first for out number 2. And now the left fielder, Alex Johnson, a 315 average, 17 homers, 88 RBIs. This Reds team had a lot of bite in 69. Seaver, 5-4 against a righty, strikeout +10, but that 20 is going to be too high. Johnson, 4-1, and he grounds it to second base. Getting over there is Wayne Garrett. He will take his time, toss it over to first, and then the inning. 1-0 after 1 for the Mets. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Mets will be the catcher, J.C. Martin. He started at catcher tonight. Martin, a 209 average, 4 homers, and 21 RBIs in 69. Nolan, 1-4, range play. Martin, 6-2. It's a fly ball to left field. Going after that is Alex Johnson. His range is a 3. That is a 6. He won't get it. Now we roll a 1d20 to see what it is instead of a d6. So now a 1 to 4 is a double, and a 5 to 20 is a single. It's a 20. It's a base hit. So Martin does get a single instead, and that will be a base hit for Martin. So remember, now you're rolling D20s instead of a D6 here, okay, with the version 4 rules. That puts a man on first, infield double play, even though I no longer have to call that. Here comes the shortstop, Bud Harrelson. May he rest in peace. 248 average and 24 RBIs in 69. Doug Hunt joins us here at Crosley Field. Nothing on the 17. Let's see here. Nolan, 6'3", that's a blank. Harrelson, 4-4, and that's hit to right field. That is a 9, and against the right, he'll be a single to right field. Martin, a base running of 1, a single to right, only a 0 now instead of the +2 they usually got with a 0 arm. So Martin can only get to third on a 1, and he doesn't. He'll hold at second base. The right fielder for the Reds is Rose. His arm rating is a 0. On version 3, that would have been a +2. That would have been a +2 to right field. Instead, the new rules now have a single to right, a 0. That would have made a big, and that is a 4. He still wouldn't have made it to third anyway, but Martin would have had a better chance. That's now only a runners at first and second. So we already see how the version 4 is taking effect. So now runners at first and second. And that will bring up the pitcher, the terrific one himself, Tom Seaver, 121 average and 6 RBIs. Infield will stay at double play depth. Seaver's bunt rating is a 2. Now remember, we have the new bunt rules, strategy roll, and that is a 2, nobody moving. Seaver is, See, now his bunt rating is a 2, so he has a better chance to get a good bunt down. Let's see. Do we try the new bunt rule? Yeah, why not? Well, the bunt rating did come up, so yeah, let's Ben Witt says swing. All right, we'll swing. Nolan, 2-5. Wild pitch. Yep, that's a 3, and that's going to be a wild one. Nolan throws it away, and runners will move up. So I guess he doesn't have to bunt now. That is a wild pitch on Nolan, and runners move up. We'll re-roll the strat. Nothing on the 10. So now runners at second and third. Now the infield will play in. Nolan will pitch. Strategy rolls again. Nothing happening. Nolan, 4-2. Against the righty, it's a blank. Seaver, 5-5. It's a ground ball to short. Martin has no chance to score. That'll get picked up there by Woodward. He'll throw to first for the out. Nobody moves. So a ground ball to short. The runners stay put. And now the batter is AG. AG walked and scored his first time up. Infield still in. Right now, Doug, I don't know. I don't know, Doug. I don't have an answer for you on that. I don't have an answer. I don't know. I really don't. He hasn't mentioned anything about cards or anything like that. This is just a change to the mechanics of the game right now. And if he did, and I'll be honest with you, if he did tell me about anything like that and he told me not to say anything, I would not. But right now, you don't have to worry about new cards. Just new mechanics. Okay? But remember, though, these are not available yet. They're still a work in progress. But I got to try these out. I've been wanting to try these out for a while. I've known about this for about a couple of weeks. He didn't want me to say anything. So strategy roll. And that's a 9. Nothing happening. Nolan, 4-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. AG, 6-5. Base hit right past second base. That'll be a single. Martin will come home to score. Harrelson will easily come by with a base running rating of 4. He will score. 2 RBI single by Tommy AG. Mets take a 3-0 lead. Stadium groans. Section 518 cheers. Yay! 2 RBI single by AG. Don't know about a new rule book yet there, DB. Don't know. So AG now on at first on a 2 RBI single. Here's File. File is 0 for 1. I already like the new rules. The Mets are winning. Strategy roll. AG is not going anywhere. Nolan. 1-5. Strikeout 12 is high. File. 5-1. Base hit center field. That'll be a single. AG base runner 4. Single to center, though, -2. A 1-2. AG will get to third. He will not. AG, a good throw in by the center fielder, Bobby Tolan, who has a good arm, and AG will hold at second base. Another single. That's the 4th hit in the inning. It will now bring up Jones. And Jones is 1 for 1 with an RBI single his last time up. So runners at first and second. Infield is at double play, but remember, there's no more changes to range plays on double plays, and double plays are now considered automatic. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 4. Nobody moving. Nolan will pitch. Nolan, 2-5. Wild pitch. No, ball 1. Ball 1. And actually, that was one thing I think he mentioned on the wild pitches. I think I forget to mention, on a wild pitch, you no longer re-roll. It's now considered, if there's no wild pitch, I think it's considered a blank. I don't think he has that on the chart on a wild pitch. I think he kept that the same. No, he kept it the same. So it's ball 1. You re-roll again. 6-6. Range play. Jones. A 5-5 against the righty. That's a single past the shortstop. But now, even at double play depth, ranges are no longer subtracted 1. So now it's a 5-5. So it's a righty single past the shortstop, and that's Woodward. His range was a 3, but with the old rules, it would be a 2. But now it's a 3. Nope, it's still going to be a base hit past short. AG, a base running rating of 4. At second base, he will still come in to score. File will hold at second base. Jones has an RBI single. It's 4-0 Mets. Stadium groans. Section 518 cheers. Yay! And right now, Gary Nolan is having a rough game. 4-0 Mets here, only in the top of the second. The next batter is Shamsky. Infield still at double play depth, even though doesn't matter. You still add 1 when it's at the second, shortstop, or third. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Nolan will pitch. Nolan, 6-3. It's a blank. Shamsky, 3-2. That's hit. That is hit to right field. That's a 10, and that's going to be a triple for Art Shamsky. That's going to be a triple to right. File will score. Jones will score. Shamsky to third. It's 6-0 Mets. Stadium groans. Section 518 cheers. Yay! A 2 RBI triple for Art Shamsky. And now the Mets have a 6-0 lead here, only in the top of the second. And a runner on at third. The next batter is Garrett. And Garrett is 0 for 1. Infield still playing it, going to play in. You're down 6-0. It's still early. Remember, no lead is safe at inside pitch. Strategy roll. 14. Nolan. 4-5. Strikeout 1. Got him. He will strike out Garrett. That's the second strikeout for him. 2 away. And we'll now bring up Cranepool. Cranepool is 0 for 1. Runner at third. Already a 6-0 Mets lead. Strategies are still on and nothing happening on the 7. Nolan. 6-5, walk, 17, that's too high. Crane pool, 4-1, and that's a fly out to right. That'll be handled by Pete Rose. The Mets send all 9 to the plate and retire the side. 5 runs on 6 hits. 2 RBI single by Agee, a single RBI Jones by Jones, and a 2 RBI triple by Shamsky. We go to the bottom of the second, where right now the Mets are cooking with gas. And Section 518 takes a very healthy swig from his Pepsi, from his Pepsi in the stands. We go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Reds will be the third baseman, Hall of Famer, Tony Perez. 294 average, 37 homers, 122 RBIs that year. That's a great year for him. Seaver, 5-4 against the righty, strikeout plus 10. That's an 11, and he got him. Second strikeout for Seaver. And now the first baseman, Lee May, who made that huge error and allowed the Mets to win the game the last time these two teams played. Strategy, Seaver with the pitch. 5-4 against the righty, strikeout plus 10, and that 20 got him. May is a 13 minus 2, makes him an 11, but plus 10 at 21, and he strikes out May. Third K for Seaver. Craig Scarborough knows that I have every single season of Inside Pitch. And that will bring up the catcher, the great one himself, Hall of Famer, Mr. Johnny Bench. And if you want to call him the greatest catcher of all time, hard to argue. 293 average, 26 homers, 90 RBIs. Seaver will go ahead and pitch. Seaver, 5-2, strikeout 1, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Seaver strikes out the side. 1-2-3, go the Reds. 6-0 Mets after 2. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Mets will be J.C. Martin, and he got a base hit his first time up. The Mets sent all 9 to the plate in the last inning. Nolan, 5-2, strikeout 4, he'll get him. And Nolan picks up his third K, and there's 1 out. Nolan's got to have a better inning here. Next batter is Harrelson, and he got a single his first time up. Nolan, 4-4, that's a blank, not tired. Harrelson, 6-3, and that is a fly out to left field. Alex Johnson will go ahead and get it and make the catch for out number 2. And now here's Tom Terrific. He's 0 for 1. Nolan, 6-5, walk 2, and he walked him. He walks the pitcher. Nolan walks Seaver. So Seaver will trot to first. That's the first walk given up by Nolan. It'll bring up Agee. Agee is 1 for 1, 2 RBI single and a walk. Strategy rolls are still on. And nothing happening. Nolan will go ahead and he will pitch. Nolan, 5-4, home run chance. Righty, 1-14. The 7 is good against a right-handed pitcher. Agee needs a 16. And he misses it with a 17. 1-4, and he hits a line drive right to second base, but Chico Ruiz gloves it and ends the inning. And Agee not happy. He should have sent that one out of here. Nothing across except a walk as Agee misses a chance at a big-time home run. But we go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Reds will be the shortstop, Woody Woodward, 261 average and 15 RBIs in 69. Seaver, 4-4, strikeout, 20 will miss. Woodward, 6-3, and it's a base hit. He'll hit that one pass first, and the Reds get their first base runner of the game. Next up is the second baseman, Chico Ruiz, a 245 average and 13 RBIs in 69. Infield set for double play, even though I no longer have to call it. Strategy rolls are still on, and that's a 3. Woodward not going anywhere. Seaver, 3-4. That's a blank. Ruiz, 1-1. Ground ball to short. So 1-2, and hit, of course, the second, third, or short. 3. Second base pivot. Garrett a 0. A 1-3. It's a double play. No. Woodward thrown out at second, and they will not get a play at Ruiz at first. So that is a fielder's choice. And it will bring up the pitcher, Gary Nolan, a 229 average and 2 RBIs. I don't know if Brian B would already take him out because the Red bullpen is I would still think you keep him in there even though you're down 6-0. I'll let Brian B. Do you already bring in a pinch hitter now? Or you let Nolan see if he goes another inning, a couple innings or so? I wonder what Brian B. wants to do. Cutter Historical and XSG2 join us here at Crosley Field. You could just keep the DP chart and forego the ranges automatically. Pretty much. Remember, there's no -1 to ranges in version 4 on a double play guy. You say pinch hit. Nolan coming out of the game. And that will be it, as Brian B says he's seen enough. And that will bring up, coming into pinch hit, will be Jimmy Stewart. 253 average, 4 homers, 24 RBIs. So Stewart will pinch it as Nolan leaves with the L. And we'll see what Seaver does here. Ruiz on it first. Strategy. Nothing on the 7. Ruiz stays put. Seaver. 1-1. Error on a grounder. Stewart. 1-4. That's going to be a fly ball to left field. That'll be caught there by Cleon Jones. And that is out number 2. 2 away. Here comes Mr. Rose. And Rose is 0 for 1. 2 outs here. Bottom of the third. 6-0 Mets. Nothing on the strategy. Tom Terrific. 6-5. Strikeout 5. Called strike 3 on Rose. He got him. He's a 7 -2 makes him a 5. That is a 5. Rose should have swung at that one, and he just lets it go. And that is the 5th K for Seaver. No runs and a hit. 6-0 in favor of the Mets after 3. Pete Rose stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by. Section 518 cheers. Yay! We go to the top of the 4th. Leading off will be Bobby File. He is 1 for 2. And question is who does Brian B want to bring in to pitch in this situation? So bring in a bum. They wouldn't use Carroll. A bum, he says. All right. So that will be coming on to pitch for the Reds is going to be Al Jackson. 1 win, no losses, 3 saves, a 6.87 ERA. He did have 42 relief appearances. So Al Jackson will come on to pitch against Bobby File here. Top of the 4th, 6-0 Mets. Jackson, 6-3, strikeout 2. He got him, struck him out. That's a K for Jackson, 1 down. Jackson only pitched a 4, but they may leave him in there longer. Next batter is Jones. Jones is 2 for 2, 2 singles. Jackson, 6.87 equals bum. Yeah. Jackson, 3-1, wild pitch, ball 1. 6-3, strikeout 6. That's going to miss. Jones, a 2-3, and it's a base hit past second base. And Jones has his 3rd hit of the game. He is 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. And now the batter is Shamsky. Shamsky's 2 for 2, a single and a triple with 2 RBIs. Infield double play. Strategy rolls are still on. Nothing happening. Jones will stay put. Jackson, 1-3 against the lefty. That's an automatic out. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. 2, 3, 4. Second base, pivot, Ruiz a 0, a 1-4, it's a double play. No, the throw will go to first. Jones will make it to second, 2 down. No play there by Perez, as they cannot turn the double play, and now the batter will be Garrett, but Jones does make it to second base. Garrett is 0 for 2. 2 down here. Strategy, nothing on the 15. Jackson will pitch. Jackson, 4-5, strikeout 4, swing and a miss, struck him out, and retires a side. Nice job by Jackson. Got 2, only gave up a hit, but got 2 strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Nice job by Al Jackson. He is tired. He may go another inning. Bottom of the 4th, the terrific one will take over. And leading off for the Natty will be Bobby Tolan. He is 0 for 1. 6-0 in favor of the Mets. Seaver, 2-5, walk, 18 is high. Tolan, 5-3, and that's a single. He hits that one into left field. So Tolan gets a base hit, and he'll hold it first. Next up is Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 1. Strategy rolls are still active. Nothing on the 18. Nothing on the 18. Johnson will swing away. Seaver, 3-6 against a righty. Home run result against a righty. Johnson needs a 10. The 14 is too high. Johnson, 4-5, but he does get a base hit to left field. Johnson, a base running rating of 5. A single to left, -1. A 1-4. Tolan will get the third. It's a 6. Tolan rounding around second. That's the left fielder. The left fielder is Jones. He has a +1 arm. A 1-3. There could be a play. It is a 6, and Tolan puts on the brakes and heads back. Remember, the outfielder arms were increased by 1. That normally would have been a 1 or a 2 on a +1 arm. Instead, now it's a 1-3. So he will hold at second base. And now runners at first and second, nobody out. Here's Perez. So a chance now for the Reds to maybe get some runs. Down 6-0. They talk to Seaver on the mound, see what's up. Seaver says, let me pitch, please. Strategy, nothing on the 18. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 3-1, strikeout 10. Called strike 3 on Perez. He got him. And that is strikeout number 6 for the terrific one. 1 down. And now the batter is May. May is 0 for 1. 6 strikeout for Seaver. Strategy rolls are still on. Nothing on the 3. Tolan will stay where he is. Seaver looking in on May. Fans here at Crosley Field hoping for something to happen. Seaver, 6-5, strikeout, 18 will miss. May, 4-2, and it's a line drive to short, and that is caught by Harrelson, and a 1, 2, or 3, there'll be a double play. And there is a double play, and it's throws, and Bobby Tolan is 10th off the bag, side retired. That is an L6 unassisted, as it was hit right to Garrett, and he tags Bobby Tolan off the bag, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits for the Reds, 6-0 favor of the Mets. Stadium groans. That could have been an L6-4 double play. I just thought it was unassisted, whatever. When it's not your day. We go to the top of the 5th. Al Jackson's tired, but he'll pitch. He's dealing with the bottom of the Mets order. Ed Kranepool leads off for the Metropolitans. He's 0 for 2. Jackson will go ahead and pitch. Ron McGrath joins us here at Crosley Field. Jackson, 2-2, range play. Kranepool, 4-3 against the lefty. It's a ground ball to second base. The ball is hit to Chico Ruiz. His range is a 3. That's a 1. He's got it. He'll get that and throw it over to first for the out. Nice play by Ruiz. So that means now you do not have to change ranges, because now at double play depth or anything, you no longer have to change ranges on double play depth. Ranges stay the same. The only time you change a range is if the fielder is in. So now 1 out, and now the batter is Martin, as David Vega joins us here at Crosley Field. Jackson, 2-3, error on a grounder. Martin, 6-5. Nope, that's a fly out to center field. That'll be handled by Nolan for the out. 2 down. And now here's Harrelson. Harrelson 1 for 2 with a single and scored a run. Jackson will go ahead and pitch. Jackson, 1-6, walk. Yep, that's ball 4 easily on a 1, and he walks Harrelson. That is a walk there by Jackson. He is still not tired, but they're going to let him pitch to Seaver. Seaver walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1. Still 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. 6-0 in favor of the Mets. Strategy rolls are now off. Jackson, 1-2 against the righty. It's a blank. Seaver, 5-4, and it's a ground out to third. Handled easily there by Perez. He's going to throw to first to get Seaver, and that will end the inning. Nothing across except a walk. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Section 518 goes ahead and takes another sip from his ice cold Pepsi. Double D joins us here at Crosley Field. Leading off for the Reds will be Mr. Johnny Bench. He's 0 for 1. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 4-1, strikeout 9. That's going to miss. Bench, 1-6, and it's a base hit. He hits that one pass short, and that's a single for Bench. Bench again, the leadoff man is on. Next batter is Woodward. Woodward got a base hit his first time up. Infield a double play, although it really doesn't matter anymore. Strategy rolls are off. Seaver, 3-5, home run chance, but Woodward's has 0, so it's not happening. Woodward, 3-5, and that is a fly out to center field. Tommy Agee will come in a bit, and he will make the catch. Next batter is Ruiz, and Ruiz is 0 for 1. Bench on it first. Mets have a 6-0 lead here at Crosley Field. Seaver with the pitch. Seaver, 1-2. That is a blank. Ruiz, 4-2. That's hit to left field. That's a 4. And against the righty, Ruiz will have himself a double to left. Bench, a base running rating of 3. A double to left of 0. A 1-3. Bench will score, and he will. Bench will come in to score. Ruiz thinking about going to third. His base running rating is a 4, and he will make it. That's going to be a triple for Ruiz, and the Reds are on the board at 6-1. So Ruiz goes to third base, and now it's a 6-1 ball game. Tony Porter, I don't know, he hasn't done any things lately, but he's still around there, a double D. Tony Porter's still out there, as far as I know. Infield is going to play back, and the Mets will keep it back there. Now it's a 6-1 ball game. We'll see a pinch hitter for Al Jackson as he's going to come out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit for the Reds is going to be Darrell Chaney, 191 average, no homers and 15 RBIs. I still go by most at bats at this stage of the game. So Ruiz is on at third, and there is 1 out. Strategy rolls are back. And nothing on the 10. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 2-4. That's a blank. Chaney, 4-2. And that's a ground ball right back to Seaver. Ruiz's base running rating is a 2. Hit back to Seaver. Hit back to Seaver, even with not the infield in. So Ruiz's base running rating is a 2. Question is, Do you go ahead and send him? Brian B., do you send in Ruiz? Because the throw, I'm going to take. What are you going to do here? You're going to send Ruiz? No. Then the throw will go to first, and Cheney is out, 2 down. 2 away, and now the batter is Rose. And Rose is 0 for 2. 6-1 now. Reds on the board. Strategy roll, and nothing. That's a 1. Ruiz actually, no, he stays where he is. Seaver will go ahead and pitch. Seaver, 6-4. That's a pitcher result. Switch left. 1-18's an out. That's a 6. And that is going to be a fly ball to center field. And Tommy Agee is going to get to it, make the catch, and retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits for the Reds. 6-1 now after 5. But remember, no lead is safe when you play inside pitch. We go to the top of the 6th. Who does Brian B. want me to bring in as a pitcher? It's the top of the order for the Mets. Here's Tommy Agee. He is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. And who does Brian B. want me to pitch? It's now the 6th inning. You're still down by 5 runs. Do you want a decent pitcher? You want a bum? What do you want there? Another bum with length. That is going to be Pedro Ramos. 4 wins, 3 losses, 2 saves, a 5.18 ERA. Ramos will now come on. He can pitch to 8 batters. So here comes Pedro Ramos to deal with the Mets. Pull a fan out of the stands. 6-1 Mets. Ramos. 3-4. Wild pitch. Ball 1. 5-4. Walk. 3. Ball 4. He walks Agee. So Ramos will walk Tommy Agee. And now the batter is File. And File is 1 for 3. Infield set for double play as usual. Strategy rolls are off again. Ramos. 4-4. Possible error. File. 4-4. That is a hit. That's hit to right field. That's a 3. And against the righty, that's going to be a base hit. The right fielder is Rose. His error rating is a 4. He will not make an error. So it's just going to be a single to right. Agee base runner 4. Single to right, a 0. A 1-4. Agee will get to third, and he will. So Agee gets the third on a single to right field. Normally that wouldn't have been a throw on the old rules because it would have been a +2 to right field. So now that's a single for File. And now the batter is Jones. Runners at the corners, nobody out. They're going to keep the game. They're going to keep it a double play depth. I don't know if you want to bring in the infield in here. Try. I mean, you're down by 5 runs now, not 6. I wonder what you want to do here, Brian B. You want to go double play? You want to bring? Oh, it doesn't matter. You want to go infield in or no? Agee has a base running rating of 4. If it's a grounder or anything, he's going to score easily. So what does Brian B? He says infield in. Infield will come in. That's the only time ranges. That's the only time ranges will be -2. So runners at the corners, infield in here. Top of the 6, 6-1 Mets. Strategy rolls are off. Jones has had a great night. He is 3 for 3, scored, and has 2 RBIs. Ramos, 3-6, strikeout 4, cold strike 3 on Jones. And Jones cannot believe it. He's a 6, but -2 makes him a 4. That is a 4, and he does not swing at that one. Right down the middle. 1 out. Now the batter is Shamsky. Shamsky is 2 for 3, a single and a triple. Agee on at third, File on at first. Now double. Okay, now the infield back to back. So I'll probably just do it like that. So Agee on at third, File on at first. Strategy rolls are still off. Ramos, 1-5. That's at the park. Crosley Field, 2-5. That's a home run to the pull side against the righty. Shamsky needs a 19. That's an 18. And now double play. I kind of think double play death really didn't make a difference here. Kaboom! That ball is high, that ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Home run, Art Shamsky. Stadium barfs. Yeah. Section 518, cheers. Yay! A 3-run bomb by Art Shamsky. He sends that over the right field wall. A home run to the post side. It's 9-1. And the Mets are making a statement tonight. So now still one out here in the top of the 6th. The next batter is Garrett. Garrett is 0 for 3. Shamsky is now a double short of the cycle. He got the home run. He got a triple, a single, and a home run. He's a double short of the cycle. Ramos will pitch to Garrett. Ramos, 3-5. That's a range play at the park. Crosley field, 3-3. That's hit to center field. That's a 5. That's a possible double. Center fielder Bobby Tolan going after it. His range is a 5. He'll take the double away on the run. 2 down. Great play by Tolan. And that'll be a fly out to center. Tolan takes away a 2-bagger. Garrett goes back to the dugout, tips his cap. Here's Kranepool. Kranepool is 0 for 4. 2 men down, but the Mets now have a 9-1 lead. Ramos, 2-6, strikeout. 13 is too high. Kranepool, 4-2, and that's a base hit. He'll hit that one past second. And now Kranepool joins the hit parade. And now Garrett is the only one that has not gotten a hit for the Mets tonight. The batter now is Martin. And Martin is 1 for 3 with a single. Kranepool on it first. Ramos, I think, is just going to stay out there and complete the inning. Ramos, 2-2, blank. Martin, 5-4. That's flied to left field. Alex Johnson will go ahead and get to that. He will make the catch and retire the side. 3 runs, 3 hits. A 3-run bomb by Art Shamsky. And the Mets now have a 9-1 lead. And Section 518 takes another drink from his Pepsi bottle. No beer tonight. Not in the mood for alcohol. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Seaver now with an 8-run lead. That should be enough. But you never know with this game. Bobby Tolan leads off for the Reds. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Seaver, he will pitch. Seaver, 5-5 against the lefty. That's a walk plus 10. He will walk Tolan on the 1. So Tolan draws a leadoff walk. And now the batter is Johnson. Johnson's 1 for 2. Infield, double play, back double play. Tolan on it first. Strategy rolls are off. Seaver, 4-1. Strikeout 6. Called strike 3 on Johnson. He got him. And that is strikeout number 7 for Tom Terrific. 1 out. Next batter is Perez. And Perez is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. I guess pitching for Seaver, I guess it's a lot easier for Seaver to pitch when you have an 8-run lead. Seaver, 5-4 against the righty. That's a strikeout plus 10. That's a 10. That makes him a 22. Minus, it doesn't matter. He struck him out. Strikeout number 8 for Seaver. And Perez is struck out all 3 times. He has the hat trick. And now the batter is May. May is 0 for 2. Tolan on it first. Seaver, 5-4 against a righty. Strikeout plus 10. That's a 2. Swing and a miss. Steer, right out. And the inning is over. Second time Seaver strikes out the side. but nothing across except a walk. 9-1 Mets after 6. Section 518 just sitting in his easy chair in the chair at Crosley Field, and right now just enjoying a nice relaxing game at the ballpark. We go to the top of the 7th. Leading off for the Mets will be Bud Harrelson. Ramos can pitch to one more batter before he tires. I would think with an 8-run lead, I think you just keep him out there. Unless Brian B wants to make a change, but I don't think you would here. Ramos will go ahead and pitch. Ramos, 1-3 against the switch left. That's a walk plus 10. That 18, yeah, that's going to walk him. It becomes a 23 minus 1 at 22, and he does walk Harrelson. So Harrelson trots the first on a leadoff walk, and that will bring up Seaver. Seaver will bat. Probably going to try to get the complete game. Seaver is 0 for 2 with a walk. Infield back double play. Harrelson will go ahead and set. Ramos is now tired. We'll see how long he goes. Ramos is due to bat 4th in the 7th. Ramos, 5-6 at the blank. Seaver, 3-1. That's a ground ball right to the pitcher. So 0, -1, and of course hit to the pitcher, -2. No chance of a double play. That is a 6, but the only play he's going to have is the first. So with the Baltimore chop in front of Ramos, he'll take it. Throw to first to get Seaver, 1 out. Now the batter is AG. AG is 1 for 2, a single and 2, and walked twice. Harrelson on at second. Ramos will deal. Ramos, 4-3. That is a blank. AG, 5-6, and that's a ground ball to short. Taken care of there by Woodward. The throw goes to first for the out. Harrelson does go to third, though. Harrelson got good speed. And now the batter is File. File is 2 for 4. He's got 2 singles. Ramos trying to get out of it. Harrelson on at third. 2 men down, 9-1 Mets. Ramos with the pitch. Ramos, 3-1. Hit by pitch. Plunk, ouch. File he gets him. File's a 3, but Ramos is a +10, which makes him a 13. That's a 12. He hit File. And now you're hitting batters. That's the first hit batter of the game. The batter now is Jones. And I think normally you probably would take Ramos out here, but you're down 8 runs. You see him just get through the inning. So the fans here, the fans that are left here at Crosley Field, hoping Ramos can do something here. But it's 9-1 in favor of the Mets. Ramos will pitch. Ramos, 6-4. Error on a grounder. Jones, 6-6 against a righty. That is not an error. It's a slow hit ball to third. That ball's picked up by Tony Perez. Jones has got great speed. His base running rating is a 5. The throw to first. Not in time, and a run will score. Error on a grounder is still the only play now on a possible error, on an error chance, where it becomes if it's an S6 or anything like that, you're still taking a speed check. Error on a throw and now an error question mark is no longer a speed check. But Harrelson does come in to score. It's 10-1 Mets. Stadium groans. So that does go as an infield single for Jones. He's 4 for 5. And now the batter is Art Shamsky. Shamsky is 3 for 4. He's got a single, a homer, and a triple. He needs a double for the cycle. 10-1 Mets, top of the 7th. They are in full control here. Ramos is trying to get the inning over. Just trying to get the inning over, but right now it's just not happening his way. And the fans here at Crosley Field are going to probably see their Reds go under 500. Strategy rolls, of course, are off. Ramos with the pitch. 1-6. Strikeout 12. It's too high. Shamsky swings. 4-2. No, it's a fly out to right. He just missed it. Fly ball to right field. Pete Rose will go ahead and make the catch and retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, a walk, and a hit batter. The Mets have a 10-1 lead here. As we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we still have 10-minute ticker after tonight's game. Tomorrow being Saturday, I usually have a game on Saturday night. It's a possibility I may be playing that game either very late or early. So I may be playing a game early tomorrow, a little bit earlier, because I actually have to do something at 4 o'clock tomorrow. I'm not working, but we'll still have a game. I just don't know exactly. I don't know. It could be after 8, after 9 o'clock, whatever you guys can do it. But we're still going to have a game tomorrow. I'm just not 100% sure what time. But tomorrow will be August 8th, and we will be at Candlestick Park as the St. Louis Cardinals will take on the San Francisco Giants. Chuck Taylor will be going for the Cardinals, and Gaylord Perry will be going for the Giants. It's a big game for those teams as well. The Cardinals are right behind the Mets and the Cubs. The Giants are right behind the Braves and the Dodgers. Anything can happen. A big game tomorrow night. The Cardinals and the Giants. Taylor and Perry be there for tomorrow night on Inside Pitch. Bottom of the 7th here, Mets have a 10-1 lead over the Reds. Seaver, of course, will stay on the mound. Mr. Johnny Bench will lead off for the Natty. He's 1 for 2. Seaver, 1-1. Error on a grounder. Bench, 5-1. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Bud Harrelson. His error rating is an 8. That's a 20. Harrelson's got it, and he'll throw to first for the out. Nice play by Harrelson, 1 down. The next batter is Woodward, and Woodward 1 for 2. Seaver, 6-1 against the righty walk. The 20 is high. Woodward, 2-5. That's a fly to right field, and Shamsky will get to that, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Next batter is Ruiz, and Ruiz is 1 for 2. Got a triple his last time up. Seaver, 1-5. Walk. Yep, that's ball. He just walked him. That's ball 4. Barely, but he does walk Ruiz. So a walk by Seaver. We'll see a pinch hitter for Pedro Ramos as he is done. And let's see who the Reds are going to bring on to bat. And it is going to be Ted Savage. 227 average, 2 homers, 11 RBIs in 69. Ted Savage will pinch hit against Seaver. 2 outs here, 10-1 in favor of the Mets. Seaver, 4-2. Strikeout 11. Cold strike 3 on Seaver. On Savage. He got him. And that is strikeout number 10 for Seaver. He is on cruise control, and the inning is over. Nothing across except the walk. 10-1 favor of the Mets. We go to the top of the 8th. Leading off for the Mets will be Wayne Garrett, and he is 0 for 4. He is the only Met player that has not joined the hit parade. The Reds do need a pitcher, and I don't think they would bring in Carroll or anything, so I'm going to stick with the bum, and it is going to be Jim Merritt. The Mets actually have 3 lefties coming up. So coming on to pitch for the Reds now will be Jim Merritt. 17 wins, 9 losses, a 4.37 ERA, 144 strikeouts, 53 walks. He had 6 relief appearances, and in this kind of game, I think they probably use him to get some innings. So Merritt will be the 3rd Reds pitcher. Merritt will pitch to Garrett. Merritt, 3-2, error on a grounder. Garrett, 2-1. Nope, that's flied to center field. That'll be Bobby Nolan getting to that for the first out. Next batter is Cranepool. Cranepool is 1 for 4. Merritt, 2-3, strikeout. 17 will miss. Cranepool, 3-1, and that's a pop out to second base. And Chico Ruiz says he'll get that, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. And now here's Martin. Martin is 1 for 4. They'll let him bat. Merritt with the deal. Merritt, 3-5, walk, 12, that's high. Martin, a 6-5, that's fly to center field. And once again, Bobby Nolan will make the play. A nice job by Merritt. And 1, 2, 3, go the Mets. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Seaver, he can still pitch to 3 more batters before he tires. But with a 9-run lead, I think the only way he comes out is if he gets exhausted. It is the top of the order, though, for the Reds. Here's Mr. Peter Rose, and he's 0 for 3. Seaver has owned Rose tonight. Bottom of the 8th inning, 10-1 Mets. Seaver, 2-6, possible error. Rose, 5-1, and that's not that now a possible error would normally be, this would be a speed check on version 3 rules. Version 4 rules now has this as an automatic infield single, and now you check the error rating, and the rating and it's hit the second base. Garrett's error rating is a 5. That's a 15. He will not make an error, but Rose automatically has an infield single. That is no longer a speed check. Only error on a grounder is now speed checks from S1 to S6. So Rose is on at first. And infield now back double play. Next batter is Nolan. Nolan is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Yes, I understood. That's what Chris told me. Although I've had games where I had a lot of errors, but okay. Rose on at first. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 6-4. Pitcher result. The 1 is going to be an automatic out. And that's going to be a fly out to center field. That'll be caught by AG. And that's the first out. And now here's Johnson. Johnson 1 for 3. Rose on at first. Seaver looks on and he'll pitch. Seaver, 5-1. That's at the park. Crosley Field, 2-6. And that's a ground ball to third. 2-3. 2-3. It's hit to third base. It's +1, so it's 4. Second base, pivot, Garrett a 0. A 1 to 4. It's a double play. No, another 6. The throw goes to first, and Rose will make it to second base. We've had a lot of 6s on double plays tonight. But that is a ground ball to third. It is 2 outs. So Johnson is out. The throw went to first. Now the batter is Perez. Seaver is tired now, but they're going to let him stay in there. Perez is 0 for 3. He has struck out 3 times. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 3-6. Against a righty, it's a home run. Against a right-handed pitcher, Perez needs a 20, and it won't matter. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Tony Perez. The Reds get a couple of runs. Stadium cheers. Yay. 2 RBI, a 2-run homer by Tony Perez, as he finally gets the better receiver on that one, and it is now 10-3. And now the batter is May. May is 0 for 3. Seaver is tired. They're going to let him pitch. If he gives up another run, I think that'll be it. Mets still have the bullpen getting ready to work here, but still a 7-run. Yeah, there's fans left to cheer. Seaver, 4-5, range play. May, 6-5. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit the Bobby File. His range is a 3. He's got it. Nice play on a 2. File will get it. Throws to first to retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits. A 2-run bomb by Tony Perez. It's 10-3 now after 8. We go to the top of the 9th. He's going to tear his rotator cuff. Jim Merritt will stay on the mound. Bud Harrelson will lead off. He is 1 for 2, a single, and walked twice. Merritt, 6-2, strikeout, 12 is too high. Harrelson, 1-4, and that's a base hit. He hits that one into left field. Harrelson gets his second hit of the game. Seaver is the next batter, and he's got a 7-run lead. I really would like to see if he can go the distance here. I wonder here. Do we take him out or do we let him pitch? Do we take him out? I don't know here. Do we take him out? Craig Scarborough says bunt. Okay. Why not? Nah, let him stay. All right. Infield's a double play depth. Strategy rolls are off. They're going to call the bunt. We'll try the new bunt rule. Merritt, 4-3. That's a strikeout. That 10 is not going to strike him out. 20 minus 2 is 18. Divided by 2 makes it a 9. The 10 is too high. So Seaver does get to lay down the bunt. And I don't know if the corners would be in this case, but I'm going to lay down the bunt. And the bunt is hit right to the third baseman. And I'm going to say the corners are in. So Seaver's bunt rating is a 1. And that is a 1. It's still going to be a successful sacrifice bunt. With the new rules changes, it's now a 1-12. It's still a 1 anyway. So that is a good bunt by Seaver. Harrelson goes to second. The throw goes to first for the out. So Seaver will stay in the game, and Harrelson goes to second on a sacrifice hit to third. Now the batter is AG. AG is 1-for-3, singled, walked twice. Infield is now back. 10-1 Mets. Merritt will pitch. Merritt, 2-2, walk 11. That is walked him 2 spots, ball 4. AG against lefties is a 19, minus 1 is an 18, and he walks AG. So AG walks for the 3rd time today. And now the batter is File. File is 2-for-4, 2 singles and got hit by a pitch. Merritt can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. And he'll pitch to File. 1 out, top of the 9th, 10-3 Mets. Seaver holds his rotator cuff and he walks in the dugout. He's a baseball player. Seaver can handle it. Merritt, 2-1, strikeout, 15 is high. File, 5-6, and that is a fly out to center field. That's going to be caught by Nolan for out number 2. Harrelson, a base runner 4, hit the center -2, Nolan a -1. I think with a 7-run lead, I don't think you would even try for third, but why not? He gets the third on a 1. And it's a 6. Another 6. It could be a play. No. Harrelson State gets back to second base. Harrelson went ahead and bluffed it, and Bobby Tolan threw it in there, and Harrelson went right back to first. Baseball with Demos joins us here at Crosley Field, and there are now 2 outs, and now the batter is Jones. Jones having a great night, 4 for 5, 4 singles, and 2 RBIs tonight. And yes, Baseball Demos were using the version 4 charts. Harrelson on at second, AG on at first, and I like these charts because my Mets are winning. Let's see here. Yes, this great managing, better than that other channel with the fluffy cat. Merritt will pitch. Merritt, 4-6, hit by pitch, 12. Nope, that's high. Jones, 6-3, and it's a ground ball to second base. That'll be handled by Ruiz, and he is going to force out AG at second, and the inning is over. Too bad. Shamsky would have had another crack at the cycle. No runs and a hit for the Mets and a walk. We go to the bottom of the 9th. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Bottom of the 9th inning. Seaver is tired. They're going to see if he can go the distance here. Leading off for the Reds will be Mr. Johnny Bench, and he is 1 for 3 with a single. 10-3 here for the Mets here in the bottom of the 9th. Seaver trying to go ahead and get the job done. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 2-2, range play at the park. Crosley Field, 6-6, and it's a pop fly ball to the catcher. Now, on a non-range play, you check for an error, but on a range play, it's just a chance of the catcher. The catcher, of course, is J.C. Martin. His range is a 4. Nope, that's going to be a foul ball. Strike 1. Only on non-range plays are you checking for an error on the catcher. And that was a range play at the park. So that will be strike 1. Seaver will go again. Seaver, 4-2, strikeout 14 is high. Bench, 5-2, and against the righty, Bench will hit one into center field, and that's going to be a leadoff double. So Bench hits a double to center to start off the inning. The next batter is Woodward. Woodward is 1 for 3. Seaver trying to go ahead and see if he can get the job done here. Does it just G2 grounders? It will, but in the rule book. It will, Baseball Demos, but in the rule book. He is taking my idea. In other words, he's going to address it, from this sheet with the G2 results. He is working on that. It should be in the rule book. So yes, there is going to be a new set of rules, but only enhancements. Bench on at second. Seaver will go ahead and pitch. Seaver, 5-6, that's a blank. Woodward, a 1-6, and that's a ground out to third. That'll get picked up by File. File will go for third, will go to the first for out number 1. And Bench stays at second base. Next batter is Ruiz. So 1 out. Ruiz is 1 for 2, a triple and a walk. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 6-1, against the switch left. That's an automatic out. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Again, picked up by File. The throw will go to first. And Bench stays at second, 2 down. And now a pinch hitter coming in for Jim Merritt. And it's the last chance for the Reds. And it is going to be Pat Corrales, 264 average, a homer, and 5 RBI. So the last chance for the Reds is Corrales. Runner on at third. The Reds fans that are still left. Meanwhile, Section 518 is pretty much just has drunk a lot of Pepsi and eaten a lot of peanuts. Bench on at second. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 6-2, strikeout 9, swing and a miss. Strikeout. That's your game. Seaver goes the distance. The Mets beat the Reds 10-3. Mets get a happy recap. Stadium groans. That's the 11th strikeout for Tom Seaver. No runs and a hit for the Mets. And the Mets go ahead and get a big win on the Reds here, 10-3. Seaver goes the distance. So I know that the fans here at Crosley Field, with the Met win, they will go to 65-39, and the Reds now drop under 500 to 51-52. Final line score coming up. For the Mets, 10 runs on 14 hits and no errors. For the Reds, 3 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher, of course, is the franchise, Tom Seaver. The loss will go to Gary Nolan. And now, of course, no holds or saves, as the Mets will take this victory here in Crosley Field. We are not done. 10-minute ticker is next. So we instituted some of the new rules for version 4, as you saw. There were a few subtle changes that actually may have made a difference, but we have to play a lot more games before we can really see the effect on the version 4 charts. But so far, I have no issue with them, especially since my Mets won the first game with the charts. So. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. This was actually the first game of a doubleheader between the Mets and the Reds. We'll get to the second game in a little bit. August 5th, Kansas City at Baltimore. Royals 4-31, that is 2. Orioles 11-33, and that's 4. Another win for the Orioles. All they do is win. Pilots and the Red Sox. Pilots 9-35, and that is 3. Red Sox 16-42, and that's 5. A win for the Bo Sox. Washington and the White Sox. Let's see here. Senators 11-34, and that's 4. White Sox 8-26, that's 3. That's a win for the Senators. Oakland and Cleveland in a doubleheader. Athletics 14-54 and 7. Cleveland 7-31, that's 2. Game number 2. Oakland 9-46, that is 5. Indians 4-35, and that is 2. And the Athletics take both games from the Tribe. Minnesota at Detroit, big series. Minnesota 8-64, and that is 7. Tigers 10-62, and that is 7. They will go to extras. Minnesota rolls a 2, -3 is -1. Detroit rolls a 6, it's good enough. Detroit will win it in extras. Angels and the Yankees. Angels -145, that is 2. Yankees 5-42, and that's 3. That's a win for the Bronx Bombers. Second game of the doubleheader between the Mets and the Reds. Nolan Ryan took on Jerry Arrigo in that one. Mets 12-44, and that is 5. Reds 12-66, that's 10. And so the Mets and the Reds will split the twin bill. Cubs and the Astros. Cubs 9-54, and that's 5. Astros 5-64, that's 6. That's a win for the Stros. Pirates and the Dodgers. Pirates 13-22, 3 runs. Dodgers 11-26, 3 runs. We've got extras. Both teams roll a 6. Pittsburgh is a 0. Dodgers are a -1. That game goes to the Jolly Roger. Atlanta and the Expos in a doubleheader. Braves 12-21, that's 2. Expos 6-16, and that's 1. Braves get the first. Braves 19-23, and that is 4. Expos 9-66, that's 9, and they'll split the twin bill. Giants and the Phillies in a doubleheader. Giants 14-45, and that's 5. Phillies 7-53, and that's 5. They will go to extras. Giants roll a 5 plus 0. Phillies roll a 6 plus 0. That will be a win for the Phils. Game number 2. Giants 13-26. That's 3. Phillies 13-51. And that is 6. Wow. Giants lose 2 big games to the Phillies. That's bad. Cardinals and the Padres. Cardinals 8-56. And that's 6. Padres minus 531. And that is 0. And the Redbirds will get the win. On to August 6th. Kansas City at Baltimore. Royals 0-21, that's 0. Orioles 14-53, and that is 6. And another win for the Blackbirds. Seattle at Boston. Seattle 12-11, that's 0. Red Sox 13-46, and that's 5. Another win for the Bo Sox. Senators and the Pale Hose. Senators 8-16, that is 1. White Sox 133, and that's 2. And that's a win for the Pale Hose. Oakland at Cleveland. Oakland 13-62, and 7 runs. Cleveland 9-63, 7 runs. They'll go to extras. Oakland rolls a 4 plus 0. Cleveland rolls a 1 plus 1 is 2, and that will be a win for the Athletics. Minnesota at Detroit. Minnesota 11-31, that is 3. Tigers 6-22, and that is 2. And that's a win for the Twins. California and the Yankees. Angels 0-12, that's 0. Yankees 7-12, that's 0. Nobody wants to win that one. Let's see who will. Angels roll a 5. Plus 2 is 7. Yankees roll a 3. Plus 2 is 5. Not enough. That's a win for the Angels. Mets and the Reds. Mets and the Reds. Another big game here for the Reds. Mets 11-52, and that is 5. Reds 12-61, and that is 7. And the Mets and the Reds, that game belongs to the Reds. Cubs and the Astros. Cubs 14-22, and that's 3. Astros 13-23, and that's 3. They will go to extras. Cubs roll a 5 plus 0. Astros roll a 1 plus 0, and that will be a win for the Cubbies. Pirates and the Dodgers. Pirates 9-35, that's 3. Dodgers 7-22, that's 2. It's a win for the Bucks. Braves and the Expos. Braves 13-25, and that's 3. Expos 2-16, that's 1. That's a win for the Bravos. Giants and the Phillies. Giants 10-26, that's 3 runs. Phillies 2-11, that's 0. The Giants will get the win. Cardinals and the Padres. Cardinals 9-61, that is 6. Padres minus 432, and that is 1. Geez, you play the Padres, it doesn't get any easier than that. On to August 7th, Kansas City at Baltimore. Kansas City 245, and that is 3. Orioles 1366, and that's 10. And all the Orioles do is win, win, and by the way, all they do is win. Seattle at Boston. Pilots 864, that's 7. Red Sox 1463, that's 8. And the Red Sox get that win. Oakland at Cleveland. Athletics 13-14, that is 2. Indians 9-26, and that's 3. The Indians will get the win. Minnesota at Detroit. Minnesota 12-36, That's 4. Tigers 11:35. That's 4. They will go to extras. Minnesota rolls a 3. -3 is 0. Detroit rolls a 1. -1 is 0. That is a tie, which means the Tigers will win it by virtue of home field. Pirates and the Dodgers. Pirates 636, and that is 3. Dodgers 812, that's 0, a win for the Bucks. Cardinals and the Padres. Cardinals 1053, and that is 5. Padres 241, and that's 2, and the Cardinals took care of the Padres. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be at Candlestick Park as the St. Louis Cardinals take on the San Francisco Giants. Chuck Taylor will be going for the Cardinals, and Gaylord Perry will be going for the Giants. Another big game in the National League. How will that game come out? It should be lots of fun. Redbirds and the G-Men, Taylor and Perry, be there or be square. David Vega, Ben Witz, Craig Scarborough, baseball with the demos. Let's see here. Brian B., Doug Hunt, Ron McGrath, Clee baseball fan, XSG2, Cutter historical. And let's see, DB. And DB. And of course, Jeremy Brooks. I think I got everyone. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The New York Mets get a happy recap tonight. They beat the Reds 10-3. Tom Seaver goes the distance. See you tomorrow.